Yo, people, welcome to comfycozynaoetry. I'm Naomi, or you can call me Naoetry, and here I create soft things to help you cope in a hard world. Today, I'm going to be taking you along with me as I go through the steps of restocking my in-person shop where I sell my crochet plushies or amigurumi. Okay, so first, the goods. This is my little box where I keep my plushies that I'm going to be restocking that week. I have such a fun collection this week of plushies because I made so many new things. First of all, I was accepted for 2 pattern tests. So the first one I did actually was for this little penguin. This is the second one I made. So I have a pink one, and then if I can find the first one, where did it go? Here you are. So this is the first penguin I made. I'm obsessed. Like, look at the chubby cheeks. This is by Squishy Muumuus on Instagram, and it's a free pattern too. So go check it out if you crochet as well. So I made those. That's 2 items. Oh man, I had one of them and then I lost it for the next one I wanted to show you. Next up we have this little sunshine and earth pocket hug. This pattern is by Ian Crochets, and her and Lil Bean Stitches on Instagram have come together to help stop bullying. The proceeds from the sales of these 2 patterns and then Lil Bean Stitches pocket hug patterns are gonna go to the Samaritan, and part of their mission, I guess, is to stop bullying. So I got to pattern test these as well, and these will be going in my shop restock. Oh my gosh. And then if anyone knows any Caraway Arts loaf cats, she just came out with the kitten and minis pattern, and that's what this is. So I got that immediately. That was a week ago now that those came out. I got the pattern immediately, and I've made like 6, I think, and 5 are going in my shop restock. I'm keeping one for myself. So this is not the order I made them, but I have a black one. I made this one yesterday. I have a purple spotted ear mini kitten. Oh, and these are all the mini kittens, by the way. I haven't made the kittens, which are slightly bigger. I have a white one. I made a Siamese one. I've made a full-size Siamese cat, but I actually put that one in my shop, and y'all, it's been missing, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But I have this one. It's like a white and brown spotted ear one. This was actually the first one I made. I almost forgot. So I think those are the 5. And then yesterday I made one for myself, which is kind of similar to this purple one here, but I didn't make the feet white on it. It's even more similar to the brown one because the brown one just has one of the feet different, and then the 3 others are the main body color. So that's what I did with this, but I just put white on the tail of this one. So I'm keeping this one because I love pink. And then I made these 2 baby frog cozies. So these are my own pattern. It's actually a modification of a pattern that I have up on Etsy. If you've been around here, you probably know this very well, but pretty much this is the same pattern as this. The eyes are just placed where the ears are on the bear. I haven't made a legit modification for these yet, but it is a modification. Okay, and then I think our last 2 items are 2 plushies that I have been wanting to make forever. There's this mushroom monster by Be Adventurous. I just saw one of her crochet vlogs a long time ago meaning like sometime last year probably. And she didn't have a pattern for these yet, but she was making them, and I just one day checked on Etsy and she had a pattern, so I got it recently and finally made one. Super cute. And then this is a free pattern by Crochet by Janina on Instagram. It's a little chubby onion. I am obsessed with it. I want to make this one 1,000 times over. I really hope it sells. And that's everything. So that's kind of step 1 of when I restock, is I do have to count, which I wasn't counting, but if I think about it, I think that's 13 items. 5 cats, 2 pocket hugs, 2 frogs, that's 9, 2 penguins, 11, and then the onion and the mushroom, 13, right? I think that's right. I'm not sure how well you can see all this, but this is where I enter all of my inventory for my shop so that then they can print tags for me and I can tag everything and it has the price on it and whatnot. And then this is also where, if I go here to activity, I see my purchases, or like, you know, the sales that I've had this month. But if I go back to item entry, I just entered in all the new items. And then if I go to items over here, this is everything that's already put in that I've entered in as inventory. And I can see whether things are still there or not. And then if I, you know, have new inventory to add, I can like click here and then increase inventory or decrease it for some reason if I, you know, decide to take it out of the shop. So for the baby frog cozies, I added 2 in. There's 0 at the shop right now. That's why I wanted to make more. And then here in item entry, I entered in everything. And the last step is to just hit submit up here, up in the corner, if you didn't see. I'm going to submit everything. And then when I go into the shop, which I'm actually going to go tomorrow, they will then be able to print the tags for me with everything I submitted plus the 2 that I entered in earlier. And that's the next step done. So this is the part where the counting matters, knowing how many items I have that I'm putting in my shop, because is I have to get out my string that's gonna attach to the tags to attach to the plushies. So I need 13. So I have 3, 5, 11, 12, and 13. And I get all these things just from Amazon. I don't know how many of these are on my Amazon storefront, but I'll try to make sure to put them on there if they're not, and then have that linked down below. I think it might already be by default, but in case it's not, I will make sure to do that. And then here are the tags that I get. They're a really cute shape. I like them. But then I need 13. 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Are you kidding me? I happened to get exactly 13. What? I just poured them out. I think you saw that. That's crazy. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the time to tag the items today, but I will be able to show you what I do with these tags at home anyway. So I just write on the corner my booth number, and then the abbreviation for my business, which is CCN for comfycozynaoetry, even though it's technically all one word. So I'm just gonna do that for all of them, and then tomorrow you will see the next step. Mind you, this is usually all done in one day. I usually do this the day of when I'm gonna restock, but I've kind of decided this week that I'm gonna not go with my son, because normally I would take him with me, but for once I'm gonna go by myself because it would just be nice just to experience it, you know, without having to make sure he's not, you know, getting into other people's stuff, because people have complained about that, unfortunately. And then I realized, like, since I'm doing this, I can kind of record the experience, so that's why this video exists now. And I think maybe I'll try to start doing it by myself a little bit more often, but I'll still take him because it is kind of a fun ritual for us that we do, so I don't want to completely get rid of it, but sometimes it'll be nice to just have it to do by myself, you know? And also, usually while I'm doing this, I'm watching YouTube, but I'm talking to you. I'm making YouTube at the moment. Alrighty, I honestly didn't expect to talk through that whole thing, but there we are. Got all my tags labeled at least, and that's what it looks like up close and personal. Okay, so it's Saturday morning. I've made it to the shop. It's right there. I don't know how well you can see it. It's Painted Tree Boutique's Sunset Valley. It is a little bit early. It's 9:41. The shop opens at 10, but vendors are allowed to come in earliest 9:30 to restock or whatever they need to do to work on their booths. So let's get in there. So I just recorded an entire recap and outro, and my mic wasn't turned on, y'all. I just got these. This is literally like the first video I'm using them in. And I thought I had all the things down to make sure I did it right, but I forgot to turn it on. Anyway, to recap my recap, it was really fun just getting to go in there by myself, not having to like monitor my son. That was a nice experience. Also, I'm kind of surprised with how disheveled that it was in there, because usually if there's not many sales, which there have not been this month at all, that means there's not as much traffic going through and therefore it doesn't get as messy. So I'm kind of just shocked at how messy it was. It really wasn't the worst, but still it was more than I was expecting. But I just love the whole experience. It's always fun kind of just like rearranging things and figuring out where the new things are gonna go and whatnot. And also I had started a new mini kitten yesterday. I didn't get to finish it, so that means it didn't get to go in the shop today, but I'll show it to you if I remember to get a little clip of it right here. It's the color that I wish that I had made the one that I'm keeping for myself, because the one I'm keeping for myself I used a pink and it kind of just blends into the rest of it. That mauve I think pops more and is a lot cuter, but that'll have to go into the shop next week. And yeah, I hope I'm not forgetting to say anything that I said in my silent clip. But I hope you found this video inspirational, insightful, helpful, enjoyable, especially if you are wanting to start your own small business, or if you have one and you want to sell your own stuff. Hopefully you got a little bit of insight into what that looks like. I absolutely love doing this so much. And if you ever want like a plushie from me and you're not, in the Austin area, I do sell them online, made to order on Etsy. I need to add more onto there right now, but you can also always DM me if there's something specific that you want that you've seen me make before, or send me a message on Etsy. That'd probably be the best. I love crocheting, I love plushies, so hit me up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah!